Hi there, viewer, and welcome to my channel. Now, believe it or not, living in a time where the line between fair and cruel was thinner than a piece of paper, and some emperors were crueler than others and more corrupt than others, meant some punishments were slightly more painful than current ones. Let's talk about it. Now, this translates exactly to condemnation of beasts, and if you couldn't tell by the Latin name or the English one, it's when animals rip you apart. First, a criminal who was seen as barbarous or savage was tossed into the Colosseum or different arena. Second, the Romans added lions and tigers to the arena and basically said, have fun. If they were really lucky, they got a few bears. Finally, you guessed it, they got eaten. Big surprise. This one is pretty simple and is exactly what it sounds like. First, the victim was tied to a tall pole and smeared in a papyrus-based substance deemed tunica molesta. Huh. Anyway, burning resin and lard were dumped onto the victim from the top. The victim was set on fire but put out and taught a valuable lesson. Just kidding, they died screaming until their scorching lungs turned to ash. Once again, this one is simple, albeit a little more painful. The victim is tied up completely with rope and hoisted into the air. Then they are lowered into the boiling oil feet first. It sounds as bad as it is, and the pain is excruciating as you are literally being boiled alive. And you already know the Romans prolonged this for as long as they could. This method was favored by the infamous King Nero, and it was the fate of thousands of Christians that he blamed for the Great Fire of Rome. Poor dudes. This one hits home with me personally because I really don't like insects. Hated them since I was a kid, and especially in those movies where they were crawling in and out of people. Especially that movie where the moon rocks for spiders. Ugh. Moving on, this method was favored by the Roman Emperor Domitian, and it was mainly reserved for Christians. The victim was encased naked in a barrel with only their head sticking out. Honey and milk was then forced down their throats and smeared all over them to attract parasites. Unfortunately for the victim, this is only the start. The barrel was put into the blistering sun, which attracted swarms of creatures that would consume the victim alive. This could last as much as a few weeks, and when it was done, the person would be a rotting, fleshless, bug-infested corpse. Ugh. Well, viewer, the moral of the story is no one messes with the Romans, except for that one group. Can't really remember the name, though. I think they also had brutal punishments. I think they were called virgins. No. It'll come to me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Later.